Yes, welcome right in the Coop and Paul, Slane, Franco and Deeks. What's happening?
How we doing?
Oh, good.
Must say, I thought he was brilliant in that boxing documentary that night. Barry McGuigan.
Listen, not going to mess with you guys, by the way. By the way, see, before we go any further, can I get a wee shout out for somebody?
You can do whatever you like, mate.
Because I don't know if you saw on social media during the week, just off of Blytheswood Square, motors smashing. Well, I was there.
Were you there?
Right, I was the third. Mark it honestly, I was the third motor. The motor in front of me went down, and there was a kind of a stop for a giveaway. This boy just went right through.
It was a Tesla, wasn't it? Tesla motor.
Aye, but there was another one behind that, right? So the guy goes right through. I'm going, what's he doing? He's not even stopped. But as I turned to go down the hill, there was a lassie and a guy just waving at me. I'm waving back at him and all that, right? And I was in first gear going dead slow, and then I thought, oh, they're telling me to stop. Put the brakes on, no happening.
No.
And I slid, and I just missed be going down that second hill with that. But all the good Glasgow boys, I don't know if you were kicking about on Monday night, by the way. I was stuck. I couldn't go out because I would just missed the wall and a kind of this wee barrier thing. But a boy, Tom Clark, have you heard Tom Clark and all your crew? Thanks very much. The boys,
Tom Clark.
The boys, because he says, love the podcast, love the boys, everything, and he gave us a wee shove out, by the way. So,
Tom, can I just say I wish you'd fucking kept him there?
no, well done, Tom.
No. That's a bit worrying, Derek.
That is worrying.
I know.
Oh,
I'm a bit worried for you.
So was I.
Any damage?
Because see when I get out of the motor, my boys will rip the piss out of me for telling you
Is that what happened to your motor outside?
See when I get out of the motor, the boy went like that, he says, you done brilliant there, mate, to avoid going down there.
I know.
I didn't have a clue. It was just pure luck.
Aye.
So,
Scary that, innit?
Aye.
Imagine this without him.
The Tesla was brilliant.
Aye, be brilliant.
Did you see the Tesla against like and all the guys going, don't, it just drove to it just kept sliding right into a 4x4.
No control.
Brilliant.
Do you ever slip right into somebody?
I slid right in.
Can I just say, I think the Hamilton commentator's been in that toilet. What are you doing in there?
Aye, that's terrible, that was him.
You smell it?
Aye, terrible.
Deary me, man. Right, I know. Right, we're on to Slaney's leaderboard. We need a forfeit for him.
Get a
Somebody says the holiday tap, but you're not up for it.
What?
Too much for that.
Too much.
Especially the family, Simon. I mean, I've got a dangerous family. So.
What would it? All right, he's in with a new family.
Right,
Were
very dangerous.
you last night, were you?
Aye.
Your eyes.
I'm not day sleep.
Who dropped you off in the Mercedes today?
I know.
I'm with a new agency now, Simon.
Irish.
Big agents.
The Irish, are they?
Aye.
I know.
Right, on the leaderboard, Simon. Can't say too much about that.
Moving on.
Have you got a forfeit for me or?
Nah.
Are you scared?
Scared of what?
Give me a forfeit.
Aye.
Why don't we, if I don't make a minute, because it's a quick one this week, if I don't make a minute, you get to dress me up. Anything you want, you decide for next week. Anything you want, you decide, right?
Okay.
So we can bring something and you need to wear it?
Yes.
Or you tell me and I'll go and...
I've got
anything you want. I can shave my hair, anything.
I've got something in my... No.
I've got the clippers. Right, you're telling me I can shave your hair?
No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Can't do that.
I don't know about that.
I know, but he's not told you what hair he's talking about.
Okay, Simon, here we go.
How long are you getting yourself?
1 minute on the clock.
There's no way you're doing this in a minute, is it?
Yep.
Is it quick? That quick?
Aye.
That's a quick one.
He's always that quick.
Right, you ready to go?
Simon, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, off you go, Paul.
Simon, a massive congratulations to our 2 first prize winners last week, Andy to win and Polly. They won not 1,500, not 2,500, £3,500.
There you go.
Okay, Simon, so unbelievable for you two. We're going straight on to the monthly leader. You notice I always say Simon in between.
Why is it?
It's a safety blanket. Yeah. Okay.
That's your safety word, isn't it?
Absolutely. On to the monthly leaderboard. We'll just go down to here quickly. Davy Monk.
Davy Monk?
Davy the Monk, eh?
Alright.
NB treble 1, Aaron in Jackson. Big Willie 99.
Oh, Big Willie back?
No, what? Big Rager Willie it was. That's Big Willie.
Yeah, okay.
Big Willie and Harry Monk.
Okay.
That goes, doesn't it?
Aye.
Big Willie.
Go on in.
99. And he's got a big Willie, no? Seriously?
Minus.
Have you?
It's massive.
As you know that.
Anyway,
Is it bigger than wee Schoolsies? Remember wee Schoolsies came out of shorts?
Schoolsies.
Schools, aye.
Remember that? Schoolsies Willie came out of shorts.
A few in the slide tackles.
Aye.
That's a minute
Favorite
30.
player.
Aye.
That's you. Voting
It's not the worst, but I don't know, see when they're rubbing.
Nothing worse for your time up.
Has it done?
Minute 30, mate.
Aye.
All right, on to the pundits, guys.
Aye, okay.
We had a shocker
Aye.
on. We're on, we all get 4 points. So there's no point in going through
We
it.
were all right in the championship, but
Aye.
there's a few surprising
It's
results.
so, by the way, that league's just been topsy-turvy this year, isn't it, Derek? Very topsy-turvy.
It's not really Hearts have ran away with like everyone
Topsy-turvy.
expected.
Aye. A one-horse race, Simon. So to play this weekend for our 15,000 prize pot, download the Who Knows Win app and join the Open Goal League for your chance to win. Pin for the main league is yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Okay?
We're on to Tommy Wright. What a week for the Wright family. Scott
Yes.
Wright got a move to Rangers. His dad, Tommy, got the Kelly job. Their uncle Ian's delighted for them. So,
But
Tommy Wright
Simon,
airport.
I can't believe you missed this 2 weeks ago. What the fuck was that body warmer Ian Wright was wearing? Did you see that?
Nah, never. Oh, it was huge, wasn't it?
Oh my
No,
God!
I've
Did
never
you,
seen
it was
that.
on if you can't be Ian Wright,
Right.
the biggest body warmer of all
I think it was
time.
Tommy's body warmer, wasn't it?
It was Tommy's, aye.
Oh,
He was
no,
leaving
It
in
was
the
on,
middle.
it was on in BBC on Wednesday, was it?
By the way,
West Ham game.
Shearer,
was on
that's
that.
it.
Seeing you're talking about Tommy Wright, did you see his interview last night?
No,
He
tell us
looks,
about it.
he looks about 10 years younger. He looks unbelievable. It just shows you in management,
management does
how
to
you age. I saw him last night. I tell you what, he's lost. I don't know. He's lost. Must be a couple of stone. He looks wet. He looks brilliant.
Nah,
So
he still
does.
looks terrible.
No, he looks really healthy. He looks. No, I know you're going to slur, but he looks really well. I was amazed when I saw him last
And
night.
do you think that is just not being in management? There's no hitting the stress.
Stress.
It just shows you, what can happen to. Even look at Coisty. I thought Coisty started to.
Aye.
I know. Age a wee bit.
He started to deteriorate a wee bit, didn't he?
Look, you happy with that? Coisty deteriorated.
No. I felt for him because he was like, he wasn't himself, was he? When he was
No,
management?
you could see that. Aye, but Tommy Wright, I thought he looked great.
I don't know what Tommy Wright's doing with his helmet, but on that
No,
hair,
what, is he straightening it?
cut your hair off, please. Don't know why it's got so long the other lockdown.
It is
Do you know
long,
what I
isn't
mean?
it?
But maybe that's the approach he's gone for.
What,
Simon.
the new guy? Imagine
Aye.
he's pure chilled and relaxed because he's
Chilled his hair and that.
Has he the right appointment, Frank?
Did you see who?
Tommy Wright.
Aye, I think so. I think if anyone's going to save him, it'll be him. But that Ian Wright, he came out with the best quote that night. No, listen, I need to get to Ian Wright.
Right, go for it.
The boy was playing when he hadn't scored for about 7 or 8 games. And the Gary Lineker said to Wright, have you ever went that long? He says, aye. He says, I was injured. I was in for 7 weeks, I was injured.
What a player Ian Wright
What a
You
was.
just
player.
got dismissing.
Aye, just to relax myself, Simon, do you know what I mean? Hear all that talk about the playing
Oh,
and
the
all that, I'm getting
Did you
excited.
not?
Can't beat a bit of
Did you
snooze,
listen?
eh?
Aye, I love it.
I do.
Relaxes me.
Well, Kilmarnock got beat last night to Derek.
Aye.
On the right,
Is there still a chance they could go down with Tommy Wright as manager?
I tell you what, there's a few in the mix. I mean, obviously, I don't know if you're going to talk about Accies. It was a brilliant result for them. Kelly are still there. I think Motherwell's still in the mix. I think Tommy Wright's the right person to steer him to safety. He's got a lot of good players still to work with. I think he's took the job because he looked at the squad. I mean, you look at them last night, the two central midfielders in there, Dicker, Power,
Yeah.
you had Burke, you had Mackenzie, Kilty, Afa, Kabamba.
That's probably their best team, I think, do you?
Aye, they've got Oakley up top as well, the boy Whitehall. I think when they were struggling, they're missing Finlay and Broadfoot. You know, I still think they're a decent team, but obviously under Tommy Wright, I think they'll go like a 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1, and I think he's just got too much experience here. The guys have been there, done it. I think they'll be able to steer clear the relegation, but you just never know. Because look at Accies, look at Motherwell, another good result. Well, obviously they were playing against Kelly last night. Alexander's done brilliant as well, hasn't he? He's
Yeah.
done excellent since he came in.
he has.
But if you look at Kelly's last 5 games, been defeated. So it is a worry.
And they
Although
got
they
Ibrox
performed
next.
better last night, last 5
That's a
have lost.
given, really. They'll go to Ibrox. We don't think they'll get anything there, will they? So
No,
it's
well,
time for him to get his best team out, but they're not getting on at
But
Ibrox.
that's a worry, isn't it? Going to
I know.
Ibrox, he's lost his first game, and then going to Ibrox could lose 2 in a row. Is that going to be damaging for him to start his career?
Tenure.
No, tenure.
Simon. Tenure, aye. Do you think it will? But see, being a new manager, you're always,
Especially
especially
that's not moving.
Is it not? Botox in it. This time of the season, Derek, you need instant impact.
I know.
Instant results.
Didn't get it.
First two will have a damaging effect if he doesn't go and get a result.
Listen,
either.
it could, because that's where you get your confidence.
I think so.
But he wanted a result for last night. That's what he'd have thought he'd have got something there. But
For winning
never worked.
games. Aye. So it is. But the Boston game, supposedly, last night, I just listened to it on the radio.
But you sat in your house and listened to the Kelly game on the radio?
I listen to games, I watch, it's
Brilliant.
constant, 24/7. I watched a bit of the Celtic game, and then I heard you guys slaughtering English football, and then you come up with Everton beating Tottenham 5-4, an absolute brilliant game. So
Everything we say turns to shit. I know. I've turned like Tommy into a fucking Dungan, man.
Aye, so,
He scores every week now.
But see, Kilmarnock, right? You can be as well organised as you like, but see if you didn't score goals, you will eventually concede.
Aye.
but they've got, I like the boy Mackenzie, I love the wee boy Kilty, I think he's a clever player.
Yeah.
And they've got the power with Kabamba up there, Oakley, the boy Whitehall. They've got the service.
None of them are goal scorers, Derek, eh?
Aye, well, I mean, the boy Kabamba missed a header, but we just, seconds to go. But no, you've just got to keep asking the question. I think they've got enough to have, like, kind of give those guys the ammunition. This is about Tommy Wright. I think you still want to bring one other in. That might make a difference.
Do you think they brought him in just in case they get down? So he'll get.
He's trying to sign his brother into Ian Wright to play up front.
Yeah. Yes, actually.
Do you think brother for another mother? Do you think they brought him so that in case they get down, so he'll get him straight back? But I don't know.
No, I think he's in there
I don't know
just
if
to
Tommy
keep them.
would want that, but he's a man to do it. He's a man to turn them because he's a good. Listen, no matter what, he's a good manager.
I don't think they can
he'll be
afford to
all right.
go down, Macca, because they've already borrowed, haven't they?
Yeah.
X amount of money, and then getting into the championship. I think it's a real worry for them.
Somebody's got to get down there. It's just they don't look as if they're going to get it. So.
I've had a wee bit enough talking about Kilmarnock, but just before no, not at all. I'm a wee bit surprised you haven't mentioned Chris Burke. The great one, I was saying the top 10 players that this country's ever produced. There you go. Chris Burke, incredible. The guy's still playing at a very high. Seriously.
See with Chris Burke, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Listen, I like Chris Burke, but he was asked the question, what's one of the biggest things you've ever achieved in football? Right, hold on, but he's played in European football with Rangers and won a league title with Rangers, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he has, huh?
Aye, and
what was it, third with Kilmarnock?
aye.
You can't.
And I was like,
You can't put him in the top.
I didn't
Put him in the
compute
top 10.
It doesn't
Put
compute
him in
in
the
here.
top 10.
I didn't quite get that. Did you know where he was coming from? Anyway. But
I think he means because you're expected to win trophies at Rangers, they weren't expected to.
well, he obviously loves life at Kilmarnock.
Yeah.
Fair play.
He's trying to get a new deal on it, let's be honest.
Like, bro.
Once
Aye,
he gets that,
Derek Ferguson, you are a football encyclopedia.
Anorak.
Not
Anorak, would
at
you,
all.
if you in this panel right now, could you name me a better winger than Chris Burke in Scottish football?
Scott Wright.
Yeah, right.
So obviously, Derek, obviously, right, onto the Mercedes things.
Hey.
For me and Frank, we are going to be partying this weekend, obviously in our houses with Ruth and Morelos out.
Yes.
Derek, is Rangers going to struggle to get goals at the weekend?
I don't know. Listen, I think that was a reminder for them on Sunday that they can't take anybody lightly. Treat every team with respect, and I don't think they gave Accies enough respect, and they should really, because Accies are fighting for their lives and they come up with a brilliant display, and I just think there was too many players under par. And I thought one of the successes, apart from Scott Wright, that's how he was in my mind there, Slaney. I thought the big boy Itten did actually okay. I think he was a wee bit unlucky to get hooked.
His hold-up play was decent, wasn't he? He linked it all
I
right.
thought he was
Best player in the park was to keep him in again.
Well, he was, but I just thought Itten did well. I think he's done enough to get a starting place. But it's the boys running about him, they failed to live up to expectations. They were below par, that's for sure. I thought the service that he was looking for. Now, Barisic, he played for the last 10, 15 minutes. Before that was non-existent. It's the same with Tavernier, and it needed the likes of Jack and Davis to come on to get them playing. So I think the manager he was honest enough to say that he probably got his selection wrong and he has to start with those guys. But I think if you get the service to Itten and the guys run about him like Kent. I thought Scott Wright when he come on looked pretty good. Aribo. I think they'll have enough. No, even everybody looks at a striker. I think sometimes you'll get goals for like that. Aribo and Kilmarnock.
Why do you think Gerrard done that?
AstroTurf as well. Davis is what 35, 36.
And Jack's
it's not the surface to play on. Jack's got issues with his knees, so he was thinking, you know, I'll just play it kind of a wee bit safe. But I think that tells a story that if you want to get over the line, start with your strongest team, and if you get your noses in front, then you can take the boys off. But
credit to Brian Rice, he done well stopping Barisic and Taverna. Put 2 fullbacks on them, didn't he? His wing backs and just
Big Chipper.
I
thought
his tactics spot on,
tactics were absolutely bang on the money, and that young boy Callahan just supporting those front two. He's been brilliant. He was out for about 3 games because of injury, but he's such an important part. And Anderson up top
done well, didn't he? Lively.
I watched him against Ross County. See him and Ogpo. They'll be forced to be reckoned with.
What I meant with Callahan, he obviously came through Hamilton. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean, a young boy who came through.
Frank, can Kilmarnock get someone without Roof and Morelos playing?
No.
What's he laughing at?
No.
You know that?
So, no. I think it's a game that they're going to go and listen. He's going to go there and try and shut up shop, isn't he? But I think after the Hamilton game, the Rangers, they're going to, you know, they're on the front foot. I think they want to go score goals. It'll be tough. I think it'll be because Wright will get them. He'll get them secure in the back, and it'll get them hard to break down. But I think, you know, this is the games that Rangers. Listen, no matter what you say, this is the games that Rangers have been winning, even when they're not playing well. They got a draw last week. I think if they turn up 60%, 70% at the weekend, they'll still beat Kilmarnock. Aye.
Doesn't say a lot for Kilmarnock, does it?
No.
Paul, what's your thoughts
on the game?
Yeah,
I think it'll be a draw.
Oh.
I think, listen, it doesn't matter how, and I think Rangers have been exceptional, as I've said many occasions, but when you've not got a striker, you can forget scoring goals. So it's whether Kilmarnock score, which I think they're struggling. So I think it's a 0-0 all over it.
Oh, wow, okay.
But on to Turtleneck, Jack Ross.
Turtleneck.
Frank.
You had a turtle, he did in that toilet.
I know. That was him. He was in before me.
Turtle. Anyway,
Right, touche.
I think it's very encouraging signs for Hibs that they took everybody in the team and they're still winning, because I think Jack Ross probably sat there at the start of the season thinking, if Nisbet doesn't play, do I win? And that's a dangerous, certainly a dangerous feeling to have. And now that they've not been playing, they're winning. Do you think they'll get back in the team anytime soon?
I think, I don't know what the problem is with Nisbet, but he's got to play, because even if if he's going to leave, you've got to put him in the window. Yeah. So, and the more he plays, the better Hibs play. You know, I think he's a wonderful player. So, you know, I think he's got to play. The better he plays, the more money they get. Simple as that. Even if he's leaving, if he's not leaving,
but will he change it if they're winning?
And Boyles.
I don't think. What the guys is no play him. The money's going to drop, so Hibs are not in a position they can do that. So somebody for above will be telling Jack that you've got to play him because we need the money.
If you're Jack Ross, so you can't put him back in, can you?
No,
he'll come back in. He'll come back in at some point. You know, as soon as something happens, he'll come back in. Yeah. There's no.
Surely Jack Ross isn't in the huff. Do you think he is?
No, Nisbet's in the huff.
No, do you think Jack Ross took the huff for him? No,
because he wants to leave.
Not at all.
Because he wants to leave.
Nah, he's too experienced a manager.
He understands as well. You've got a chance. It's life-changing money when you get into England. So he's got a chance of doing that. You know,
I think it's clever with him because the boys took a dun. He'll be so disappointed.
I know.
And it'll be up to his. Tell you what, up to his teammates. Run about him. He'll pick him up so he will, and he'll get going again. His
man management will just be sitting him out there and saying, "Look, come back in when you're ready." It'll be hard for the boy.
Who do you think's strong enough to pick him up? Dan McGregor.
By the way, he's a strong boy, isn't he? McGregor, isn't he?
But see, with Boyles playing up front, obviously. I think they play better as a 3-5-2, but then that means Boyle needs to play wing back, which doesn't suit him.
No, I like Boyle through the middle.
Yeah.
Sometimes that wee bit of licence, you know, just taking go where he wants in that final third. And by the way, you know, defenders, they hate pace, don't they? They hate people that go beyond. So he's when he's on song, you know, sometimes he can be unplayable.
And big Dodge as well.
Dodge. I've always liked him up top. You know what I mean? He works his socks off. Maybe he's not prolific, But
Does the donkey work,
does a lot of work, good work. So Nisbet will just he'll need to be patient. He's took that, as I say, took that done. He'll get himself back. He'll get back into that team and start scoring.
Did you get dropped for the Motherwell team when you were linked to a move?
Aye.
Did you?
But that was because of my attitude after the pitch.
How about we
Do you know
did?
what I mean? Didn't turn up.
Went to Hong
Did you
Kong.
not?
Nah,
Didn't he
went
turn
to
up?
Hong-
What? Because they wouldn't let you go?
Forced a move.
Did you force at what age?
17-year-old. Forced a move, Derek.
So wait, what were they doing when you weren't
Hold on.
turning up?
Who was your
Sending
coach?
people to the door.
Who was coaching you at the time?
First team manager.
Leachy, wasn't it? Was it not Leachy that came to your door?
Leachy was at the door. Gordon Young. They both of them received the same treatment. Simon, a middle finger right for the window.
No, Leach, so Scotland. So you gave Leachy the finger and that, you were.
Both of them. And then if they wanted to send anybody else, they knew. So I went a week later and said, you know what to do now, let me go.
I'd have thought he'd have cracked you right in the jaw.
Couldn't get in the house.
Did Craig Brown no sneak in the house?
He got in.
He was the one that was, wasn't he?
My ma had demanded he got in. My ma was like, make sure he gets in. Whatever they, regardless of what they wanted to do, I don't know.
But do you know if all the doors locked and it was to use Craig's big toe to unlock it?
Aye, he did. He just curled it right. I love it, honestly, Craig, and I hope he doesn't take. We're actually big fans of him in this show.
We like him. He's
We
not
love
very
him. I think he's a
knowledgeable.
top player. Unfortunately, he was born with a curly toe of death. He can't do much about that. Derek, you know what I mean? But he's a
I
fantastic
seen you,
man.
but
So wait, see when you-
same man he says he's passing, he couldn't pass it.
Can he pass the ball straight?
Oh, brilliant! I watched that.
He certainly could kick the ball fucking straight
in
to
the
his own goal.
stand.
See when you were forcing a move though, like how did it come to an end?
I think they just said, we need to get this guy out the door
Aye.
because he's terrorising us now. And I loved every second.
So how long did you not go to training for?
Mate, I was there every day. I was just a lie. Oh, that was a lie.
Did you ever force a move?
Me? No, not at all. No, I've always thought it was fortunate just to be playing football in the first place. I was always reminded with my old man, you know, how lucky I was, you know, to be. Because my old man, he was away at 6 in the morning, never come back at 6 at night. I was away at 9 o'clock in the morning, back in the house at 12:30, if I wasn't in the town having a game of pool and that. So, nah, I was always lucky.
Ever force a move?
Would you do it?
I've been forced to.
If I was,
I've no-
I would force a move. You need
Ask for a
to.
move.
Aye, I've not been. Well, I've been forced. Have you been forced to that club? I've been forced
I
to.
get forced to a club.
Aye.
Did you?
Celtic.
Go and gaze it. Is this
Macari.
Macari?
Macari,
Love
hate him.
this.
Hate him. I hate him, honestly. He was hopeless as a manager. Hopeless.
So wait, did you want to go? Did he want you to go or did you want to go?
But we got him sacked at West Ham because he was hopeless. He wouldn't let the keeper fling the ball out. He had to launch everything. His training was get the ball at the byline, you kick it as high as you can. You've got one bounce to catch it before the halfway line. That was his training.
No way.
Oh, it's hopeless. So anyway, it was one of them. All the older boys went to the chairman, got him sacked. Brilliant. So we got him sacked. That was it, done. Then I went to Celtic and he got the manager's job.
Wow.
I was like, he's like, he never gave me a game. Right? Hopeless, honestly.
Yeah, I'm opposite. I think.
I was supposed to go to Man City and they pulled the plug now.
So
Just fucking
Pulled the
about.
plug.
it was your
fucking
pal
messing
that
about,
wanted me out, and I had to leave and end up soonest.
Derek, did he just come to you and say, I want you to leave?
Oh no, it took about 3 or 4 wee meetings in his office, which were brand new. I like Graham Souness.
good lad.
So I was, but when they threatened me with playing with not playing with the reserves, travelling up and down the country with the reserves and sitting on the bench, I thought, I'm not sure about that. You know,
Why?
So, one, I'd been struggling with a wee bit with injury, and he thought I wasn't kind of behaving myself at that time. I wasn't doing anything different, honestly, for the rest of the boys. I think he get frustrated with me because of the injuries I picked up. I'd picked up a couple of shoulder injuries. I went through operations, and I think he just ran out of patience because Souness wasn't one for hanging about. He wanted success, boom, like that. So I can see that from that point of view. But so.
Is it not how you were getting the shoulder injuries that he was angry with?
By the way, one of the no, listen, I dislocated my shoulder in training, and the clown. I'm going to call him a clown, I know it this time, because the clown had his foot underneath my Oakster, saying he'd saw how to, sort of dislocate it, and get this bam pot off of me. Souness was pulling and hauling at me, and soon I got up to the hospital. Soon I got up to the hospital, the doctor or the surgeon says he could have ripped your tendons and your nerves, and he says he could have paralysed you.
That's what he
So I was like,
tried to do.
But no, I don't
Great
hold a grudge.
stories, isn't there?
I don't hold a grudge.
brilliant.
No, because I understand, see when I left, understand why he wanted to bring players in, because he wanted success. So
But is that no, that's the issue, but innit, it's alright when they want you to go out, but when you're a player that's playing every week and they want you to stay, it's a complete different story.
Yeah.
I hate that.
When I was-
Sorry
when I
for
was
you.
in-
Let's let Derek Ferguson go, and nobody says it, but when it's somebody want to keep, and they want to leave, he's the bad guy in it all, and I don't like that at all. And also on that, I think it's absolutely surrounded in football, it's disgusting or in football is the way, for example, if you want somebody to leave and you're a manager, that's fine. Speak to them face to face and say you're no part of my plans. What they do is they squirm me around and start treating you like a piece of shit. Do you know what I mean? Go and train with reserves, but they go and tell their coach to tell you, or they leave a sign up, you're no longer changing there. Just tell them face to face, you're no part of my plans.
And that's what Souness done, but Souness was great, that's what I'm saying. See, 1-to-1 with Graham Souness, it was brilliant. I loved it. Sitting with a wee cup of tea with Graham Souness.
Aye.
An absolute
When
icon
I
as
was
a
at
guy.
St Mirren, I had to ask for a move. That's what I had to get a move. 5 years I had there. And Alec Miller said, you're not going anywhere, so I had to put it in writing.
Oh, so you put a transfer request in? What do you do with that? Do you actually just go and hand it in to the
I
manager?
don't know, I gave it, left it to my agent.
What did you write down? Oh, your agent?
Aye, fuck.
I can imagine you.
Right.
The cranes.
Please. Hey.
Have you ever been forced out of the house?
Forced to the house. Out a lot of houses. never main.
Mate, have you ever had any?
I've never been forced to the main house.
I remember
but
when
a
I
lot
was a
of
wee
houses.
boy, mate, I used to wake up on a Sunday morning, and my lad to my George, get your bags, get fucking out of the house. Mate, all the time.
Aye. Everyone in my
Because we Craig Brun.
everyone in my
Craig Brun's taking his place.
everyone in my exit says that. Get your bags and get out of
Brilliant, what a shout.
Aye.
Oh, brilliant. I love that sort of stuff. It's good.
Brilliant. What these guys are gaining to the people is just nothing short of brilliant.
Heroes. Scotland here that Aberdeen gave Derek Ferguson a public vote of confidence. Did you get that? Did you get the public vote of confidence?
No, what's that?
I think it's Derek McInnes. It's Saturday a must win for him, Derek. Can it be a must win? He surely get to end the
do you
season.
want to know something, right? And we all know the job that McInnes has done. I think it's been excellent, right? And when you've done as well, and you've been at a club for so long, I think he's due a wee bit more respect
I think so.
for everybody. So the respect is that he should be able to take that side to the end of the season. Then you sit down with the board or the chairman and then you decide what they want for the future. I know they want a different style of football and all this, and I've heard other kind of pundits or guys talking about it. Be careful what you wish for.
Say
I
pundits
don't know
and
if there's something
commentators.
else.
Aye, because I'm pointing these two guys.
Okay.
I don't know what you're looking down here for.
But I just think he deserves that respect to get to the end of the season because he is a top. It's not that he's been a top manager. He is a top manager. Difficult times, and you look at what he's had to change.
I know, every year.
See a big part of
Every
the
year
play
he
early
changes it.
doors. He had the boy Watkins. Stephen Watkins was in the side. They were good, by the way, and they had Kennedy, Hayes. They had
Right, and
Lewis
Hedges.
and McCrory sitting it. They looked a really good side. He's lost Hedges as well now. He's having to kind of revamp all that. But he'll struggle to get third.
I think so.
You'll be proven right. I think Hibs will take third. But what are you laughing at?
Just him, he's like,
I don't even know what I fucking don't even say yet.
I don't think Aberdeen will
Well,
get
look
third. But I still think the job that he's done has been excellent. Let him have the rest of the season and then sit down. I don't think McInnes will be there next season.
final now.
No.
Off at his own back at the clubs.
It'll be
Joint.
a bit of both, I would reckon. Because maybe Derek needs a new challenge. Because he's been there, done so well, and maybe he'll look. And it might not be in this country. It might be somewhere else. Might be, I don't know. You guys, would you like to have played in a different country? Sometimes guys want to manage in a different country, and I think
I think
Derek,
he fancies managing
Derek's
Wales,
got a
didn't he?
nice tan about him,
He
hasn't he?
said he wants to manage in Wales.
Clonelly, innit?
It's the only place he can travel to.
I want him to go because if he goes, he's going to come on here. So
Aye.
he's only
He's,
going to
he's actually a good lad.
I like him.
He's a good boy.
What about you, Frank? You the same with Derek?
What?
Game at the end of the season. Horny. You the same with Derek? What, horny?
I'm certainly no horny. This man takes it up to a new level.
I think he'll stay there. They've got to keep him. Every year you've got a different team, and he's got to start again. Managers want to build, and then come the end of the season or just before they say, right, you're going. It's all your best players.
Aye.
You made a good point, Slaney, about who nice football and that. Who do you get in that plays that in Scotland?
Exactly. There's no
Named
enough. The budget they've got.
Take Brown will take over.
I think so.
He's
Your
up,
man,
he's still up there, isn't he?
He's up there.
Imagine that. He said
Your
that. My man's the assistant.
With the suit on. Imagine her with the suit on.
with high heels.
Well, she's got the lubes, isn't she? The heels
Aye.
with the red sole.
I imagine he teamed up, but he's like, get a tactic board up like that.
Tactic board.
What, fuck, that's meaning, but I'm just thinking they need to change him and all that. Anyway, Simon, on Derek Ferguson, fuck's sake. Would you take a job?
Who?
Yeah, Aberdeen.
No, and I tell you what, who would take that job, right? And see, when you think about it, I could see like imagine Brian Rice. I think Brian Rice. I know people go, what are you talking about? Imagine Brian Rice with
No, definitely.
at Aberdeen with a bit of money. They maybe John use that partnership again. Why
I
not?
could see that.
Yeah.
So who would be the lead? Who would be taking the lead there? Brian Rice. Yogi's not going to go.
See, Brian Rice is a brilliant coach.
Yogi be man.
And we know,
coach, a good coach.
Aye, Brian, and that's what you. Well, here I've never worked under Brian Rice, but obviously I played against him. But what you hear is he's brilliant on the training field, you know, and all the players seem to love his training. So I think they were a good combination.
Jim Leighton.
I was thinking him first. Sean Maloney.
Wow, what a shout! That's Aberdeen boy.
Aberdeen boy.
All right.
Loves the club, and I know for a fact he's a fantastic coach and a fantastic man. And people might think he's a quiet guy, which keep yourself, but he doesn't suffer for any fools. And he loves playing that type of football.
Yeah.
And I always remember the time I met him, Simon, in the town. He said De Bruyne and all that questioned everything he'd done. I've told you a story that no matter what drill you done, the top players questioned you in front of everybody, and you had to make sure you knew exactly why you were doing it. So if he's at Aberdeen, he's going to put on unbelievable coaching sessions.
Can I ask you something? Does he at Aberdeen? Is Sean Maloney going to go in there and ask Ash Taylor and Andy Constantine to go and play it for the back?
That would be something brilliant to watch, Simon. Do you know what I mean? So
It'd be impressive.
That's what I mean. You can only,
That'd be really impressive,
play with
wouldn't it?
what you've got, can you? Why would Derek McInnes ask Ash Taylor?
I know.
see the thing is, see the fans that say play it right, see if Derek McInnes like, right, okay, we're going to pass it. The fans would be the first to say, go on and stop it and get it apart.
I know,
So listen,
true.
you work with what you get, but I think Sean Maloney as well.
What about Sean Maloney going to Celtic with Martinez?
I've heard that. No, Martin.
You can't get the Celtic job for your first job.
After the Euros. No, Martinez as well.
Maloney.
Martinez will take the Celtic job.
Here's one.
He gets an English Premier League job.
No,
The
chance.
Mother Frank. Of course he does.
He'll not get top six.
He was linked to
He'll not get top
Barcelona.
six.
Oh, a bit of friction between
Celtic
these
not
two.
getting the Belgium. You think Celtic can get the Belgium are ranked number one in the world? Do you think Celtic can get the Belgian manager?
Aye.
No chance. You think they could?
I don't know, it's just I've
Martinez
never even
is-
gave that a thought, but then...
I don't think there's going to be a job for him in the top six in England. Because
Do you think he gets the Spurs job if Mourinho or that goes nah?
I don't think Mourinho might beat Man City. I tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if he beat Man City in the cup. Everywhere he goes, he wins trophies. I mean, they're saying he was hopeless at Man United. He won 3 trophies.
That's a shot. Never even gave
What,
that a thought.
Martinez?
Never thought about that. There you go. He's got inside knowledge.
Paul, Jake?
No, I don't. When I'm saying Maloney, there, I'm talking about Maloney and John Kennedy going as it because they're very close.
Yeah.
No, I think that's more that. But Martinez to Celtic, he'll be looking. If you're working with Hazard, De Bruyne, or he's certainly looking. Barcelona, as you said, Simon wanted him. I think he would be looking at
Scott Brown and all that. Play me, same with him. Same talent.
No,
He's a professional.
He's only going to go places that Jason Derulo does gigs. He doesn't come to Glasgow. You seen him dancing at the Jason Derulo song?
Who?
Martinez?
No.
Oh, mate, you need to watch it, man.
Is it good?
Well, that could have ended him.
So is that your tip, Frank? Martinez for the Celtic job, huh?
That's interesting. You've took Maloney away from Aberdeen and now you've took
I've
him
heard
down
two,
to
and I know you
Celtic.
shouldn't talk about jobs when the manager's not there, but
not bad
when the
shout,
manager's still in a job.
Aye.
I get told him or Stevie Clark. That's my two that I get tipped. I don't know. Stevie would be a great signing, but I don't think the fans would like it.
He get Tom Boyd, was it no?
And what do you mean? The fans
Boyd.
wouldn't like what?
I don't think the fans would like Stevie Clark. I think it would sell tickets.
The style of
Aye.
football.
He's one of the best coaches that I've ever known. Honestly,
Who's Steve Clark?
aye, different class of coach. So, but whether the fans at Celtic would accept that, I don't know.
He's just Tommy Wright with a skinhead, don't he?
On to the derby that I conquered for many a years, Derek. Hamilton versus Motherwell.
What did you call it, sorry? Never heard that.
He conquered.
I
he conquered,
How
sorry.
many times did you play against Hamilton?
None. No, here, actually, no, never did I see when I was 15. Aye, 15. I made my debut. That was the one I told you. Made my debut for Motherwell. I think it was the last game of the season. James McCarthy not to play member. James McCarthy tried to take the ball off and a shoulder tackle him to the ground.
Did you?
Aye. Did I get a move to everyone or something? I had, remember Paul McGowan was there or not? Aye, I was
yeah.
Did you get a tour of my move?
next, seen the summer, mate, McCarthy got went to somebody down at Wigan, I think.
Aye.
I just fucking put me down.
McCarthy, aye.
What did you say to him when you put him on his ass?
Fucking get up.
Bro.
Then he stood up and I put it through his legs and all side, so...
I thought he should have done better. I thought he would have done...
McCarthy?
Aye, injuries, tail
I'd
injuries.
like to quit on it.
Because the other one, McCarthy's at Crystal Palace, he's still in the team, he's still doing well.
Aye, still.
I think it's the game of the weekend, Motherwell Hamilton. Obviously,
What's
Hamilton
the crack?
getting points for Rangers.
Oh,
and,
aye, Mark.
and Motherwell get a great win all day, so I think. Derek, who do you think? Who's going to take all points there?
Listen, if Motherwell win that, you know, I think that could take them out of that relegation battle. But you just never know. I mean, Aki's, I've said it often enough. I just love how they go about their business. And I think the last time I watched, was it 3-0? Aki's beat them 3-0, didn't it? Motherwell were all over the place. It was under Keith Lasley. I think that's how Lasley never get the opportunity to manage. But you just never know under Alexander. They've come in, they're certainly, they look more organised. They're still playing the same shape, the 4-3-3, still get the boys up top. But I don't know, just like the way the way they performed against Rangers, they've got to take that confidence into that game, but you just never know.
Campbell's came on that game again, isn't he?
He scored the last couple of games, aye. And they've released Campbell a wee bit more. You know, instead of just being the dog in the middle of the park, they're letting them get forward. They've took the kind of range off them a wee bit. Real 50-50 game. I couldn't tell you how that's going to go. That could go one way or the other, or else like a 2 each or a 3 each. I'm not sure.
Would you say it's a must win for Hamilton?
No, because
I think they've got two games in hand and a few of the other teams just above them. But with this Hamilton, it's just something about them. They enjoy this time of the season. I don't know where it's the spotlight goes on them because of where they are. They're used to it. It's in their DNA. They get themselves out of it. But no, this is where everybody will look at down the bottom of the table because that's gone right to the wire. I've not got a clue how that's going to go. Frank, what are you thinking for the game?
Me? I think Hamilton won it.
This? Oh, based on the performance against Rangers?
Aye, that performance. If they take it in, they've got to take that confidence in. If they take it in, Motherwell, I know they got a good result against Kilmarnock, but who hasn't recently? So,
good point.
You know, I wouldn't take anything out of that.
Mm-hmm. The boy Hamilton, I know you're a good player.
He went through the wee period last season
loved getting sent
with
off.
the sending offs, but he's like I was going to say like a Rolls Royce player, but he covers, he makes everything look effortless. He's a lovely football player, and I think it was cute to take him out of it for a wee bit, and then under Brian Rice, he's learning more defensively. And the more games he's playing, you can just see he's getting better and better. He got caught out once on Sunday with Kent, but Kent's a real
when he came short and went in behind
brilliant and just spun
What
and went there.
did they say?
Came short and went behind.
Aye, but
So you saying Brian Rice is cute?
no, he's been cute with the boy Hamilton.
He's been called a lot of things without that.
And you're talking about the boy McCarthy that went for big money. He's the next one. I could see a lot of English clubs looking at him and thinking, yep, I'll have a bit of that.
Right. Celtic viewed in that end, and you can talk about the Celtic game.
Well, Frank, I believe it's the best performance of the season for any team. Was Celtic were in last night.
Oh, the game. Did you know something? SLANEY, she owned Celtic.
Yeah.
I actually could see that coming, and do you want to know why? I don't know.
Did you watch the game?
I did watch
I don't know how to go that either. The first half, I was nearly sleeping. That was the worst first half. Listen,
What was that, one shot?
Listen, before we go, I like Lenny. But for him to come out and say, what a performance, I'm like, you're having a laugh, ain't you?
No, but he actually did say that
They were brilliant.
they weren't at it in the
first
first half. They did
They were
produce the
awful.
second. But what I was going to say, see for me,
Passing,
Mark,
it was so slow and predictable.
I could see that result coming. Do you want to know why? Because I think the pressure's off. I think, and you know, you've always played. Now, the example I would give, right, and I used to kill myself laughing when the start of the season started, because seeing pre-season, I played with players, some defenders that they would want to play all the football in the world and all that, and then it came the first game of the season. What did they do? They just lumped it as far as good, because the pressure was on.
Last night.
With Celtic, see with Celtic, I think they there's maybe a realisation that I know they're not going to concede it, that the title, it's gone, and I think they've just relaxed, the pressure's off, and now they're starting to play, and I can see more results.
Listen,
St Mirren winning 4-0 is a great result, because St Mirren have been doing well.
I understand what you're saying, but it wasn't a 4-0 game.
Did you watch the second half?
I watched the second. I had to. I get tied up watching it. Yeah.
Tied up.
I get made to watch it.
Tied you up.
That's another story. Anyway, no, I watched it, but it was awful. I mean, listen, it was 4-0, but it wasn't a 4-0 game. I thought St Mirren looked lively. I thought they were passing it about.
But can I also say as well,
I feel for the boy Welsh, you know, because he was doing all right. Yeah. And then a big lump of wood come on, and right away he missed that. The boy went right through, didn't he?
Yeah.
Let the boy through.
Did you have a big lump of wood when you were tied up?
Aye.
But can I say, like, I've criticised Celtic defensively this year, but I think they look better defensively. I think there's one shot on goal for St Mirren.
Well, it was when Duffy came on. He
So
should have cleared that.
It's a shame for the boy.
The boy, but the boy didn't expect it, because Duffy should have cleared that.
But the way Celtic have played this year, to go away at St Mirren, have one shot on goal against you and score 4 goals, that's a good.
Well, you've seen, it's been probably one of the hardest places for them to go. I think Rangers obviously fell in the cup there.
Just wanted to get that in, didn't you?
No, honestly, it was a brilliant result. And listen, I've been critical of Celtic all season, and I said...
it wasn't a brilliant result. A great result, but it wasn't a brilliant
But I mean, last week I said it's frustrating you seeing maybe the better Edward not... But I can't keep saying that. I'm just going to go on what the game is, and I think Celtic deserve the credit for last night.
Listen, Edward's scoring goals, and it's great. I still think he's the top his game at the moment, but he's scoring goals, and he's not. That's not a partner. I don't think that's a partner.
No, it's not a partnership. I agree.
Yeah, he's got to do much more.
He's got to do much more. He keeps standing behind Edward, and I'm going, well, make a run. He doesn't do it. Doesn't make a run.
Didn't he, Derek?
Doesn't run it. Doesn't watch. Everything I got is here. Defence is at the back of him, and he's standing. And I'm going, that's not his game, because he can't control it. So just run out of top. He's a finisher. Get him the ball in the box, he'll put it in.
I think that was the problem first half. They were all coming at the ball. Nobody was running behind.
He's got to bring more to the table. You know, I think he's got to do more when he's in there. If he's got a chance, you know, because Griff. I don't know why Griff is not playing, but he's got a chance. He's in before Griff, so. Take it. I don't get these boys. I mean, I know everything's about money now, and they just roll about. And if they play, they get money. If they don't play, they get money. And I don't know if that's the situation there, but I just think he should do more.
I can see
that was your 8th game of the day watching. So what did you think, Derek?
No, I can see Celtic getting more results like that, because looking at them, I think they're playing free football. The kind of pressure's off. We're not expected to.
Do you think it was slow? Deliberate,
I think the park had a wee bit of play.
Yeah.
I mean, see that surface down there? It's been brilliant. It's been one of the best surfaces in the country.
We played worse than that.
But it was looking terrible. Plus the temperature.
We played worse than that. So don't give me all that nonsense about the park. We played worse than that.
But they're no used to that in this day and age, Macca. They're no used to playing in parts like that.
Sometimes you've got to, haven't you? You've just got to adapt with the ground. I mean,
you're not happy chappy with last night.
No, listen.
He's raging that he got untied this morning.
That was a good word, wasn't it? Tied up. Anyway, no, listen, I'm great. It's a delight for them to score 4 goals, obviously, but you know what? It wasn't a 4-0 game. And I thought they were awful in the first half. And to say we weren't at it really in the first half, I thought they were terrible. You know, I thought they were way back. St Mirren just never punished them.
What's the story with the big boy Welsh? Is it ligament damage?
It's a bad one, didn't it?
He's done well, and I like him.
I like him.
Aye, he got his goal on Saturday, obviously. He's in. He's a good football player as well, the boy. Aye, as you're saying, he's quick. So it's a shame. Hopefully he's not out for too long. But aye,
looked a bad one, didn't it?
Aye, I
didn't think he touched him. And then we see it slow motion.
I don't think the intent's here.
No, I don't think so.
To hurt the boy, but just it can happen.
Yeah, certainly manager of the month for Neil Lennon. 3 wins in a row, not a problem for Lennon. Manager of the month.
But do you know but did you expect Neil Lennon to be in that still in the job?
No.
And that's what I'm saying, because the pressure's on. It's as if they're just going to go towards the end of the season. It's got that feeling. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a Celtic supporter. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. What do you think?
No,
It
see,
just
on that
feels
point,
way.
Derek, I've seen many a teams, and I don't know if this is the case myself, but I've seen many a teams when the pressure have to go and rack off 6, 7, 8 wins, and you're like, and they're all buzzing. But when it really, really mattered, but it's hard to set this Celtic team because they have been so successful in the big games and stuff. But this season, maybe you're right. It could be.
But when they were playing
The
that
biggest problem for me is the biggest problem for me is none of them seem to be aware of what's happening on social media, and it's a massive thing in the world now. But none of them seem to take any notice of it. You know, like Celtic keep coming out with stupid remarks and they're getting slaughtered for everything.
I know what you're saying about the pressure off, but when he had his best team on the pitch in the Diamond before, I thought for 6 games when the pressure was on, they played well as well.
I don't know. I'm just saying that's the kind of. I'm only gauging what I feel when I watch the game, and I just get that feeling that they're just going to kind of. No, so I don't know if that's the right word, saunter towards the end of the season, but the pressure's not there and they're just going to go and play.
And
when you look at them individually, you've got a lot of talented boys in that side, you know, and obviously I've said it often enough before already about Turnbull, and you've Christie comes on
Why
the
does he
park.
keep taking Turnbull off?
I don't know, I'm bemused, I know.
I don't get that.
Aye.
The pressure was off 3 weeks ago. They got beat, 2 weeks ago. They got beat for St Mirren. And they were terrible. Do you know what I mean? I think a big thing is that Duffy and Beaton are not playing as a partnership. I think that's a massive thing.
You know, could
Well
be.
done, Simon.
Thanks, mate.
Well done, Simon.
Good job, well
Good
done,
praise
Simon.
for Slaney, but yeah.
That's made my day. And praise for Paul Slane. Right, Cooten. Cooten
Yes, right.
Cooten time, yes.
Yeah, I actually cannot wait for us to all have a fucking party when
time. And you're in the house.
How good is it?
Right, do you want to bullshit us? What number are you on the list now? Do you actually know?
15th.
15.
Hey!
Do you want to know what I'm craving? You want a pint of Guinness in the Horseshoe Bar in Glasgow?
Oh,
No, do you know what we need? Guinness. Bailey's Chaser.
Bailey's, aye, boy, that, no.
There we go. There we
the
go.
Horseshoe
That's
Bar.
dangerous.
That is dangerous, but it's good.
I can't wait for you to get a night out. I just want to get in, do you know, I'm pure down today, so you get a booth, see the dancing, just sit round it and just let people more in.
And then what if somebody comes that's not the
Guy security. That'd be what a life that is, and I want to be that, see that type when in people's video, you know that, and they're putting it out and
as soon as lockdown's done, we'll all go out.
let's sort it out.
Can't wait, honestly.
Non-stop.
I can't wait.
Say, every night of the week with it.
It's got to be a day.
For a week.
Every day.
it's
Aye.
not- It's got to be a day.
I'm in total agreement. A week, give your. You get misses at the moment? A few, right, aye. Just give them plenty of notice.
Aye.
But you're out for a week.
Oh, aye.
Aye, let's just go.
Mark, come on. I can't wait.
Aye,
We're
no,
going
that-
to.
Oh, yes.
I can't do that anymore.
Aye, you
I can
can.
do 4 days.
You're
No.
fine.
Right, we're on to the Cooten.
Right.
Who's want to go first?
I'll ask Derek.
Are you know a bit, can I just start? Are you know a bit embarrassed that like punters are miles ahead of us now?
No.
I'm a.
Experts.
I know, expert.
what I
He's
mean?
the expert.
I'm not. I'm certainly not. I just think it's so difficult
I know.
to call again because it's so hard to win again. in the
Tell me something,
Premiership.
tell me
I mean,
something.
there's the first game up. Look at it, Aberdeen St Mirren.
Tell me something.
Exactly, mate.
Did everyone,
what way do you go with
pick?
that?
Nobody picked a draw last week for Hamilton, would they?
Hamilton Rangers would
Nobody,
do.
No
nobody
chance.
took that as a draw.
No chance.
I don't know, I'm not too sure. Did the poll you at Shirley Leaderboard did
Absolutely not, Simon.
no one took the draw? No. No.
There's a few I mean, whoa.
Few crackers.
Right.
Right, who's want to go first?
I'll ask Derek.
You asked
go
Derek.
on.
All right, you ready, Derek?
Right.
Aberdeen St Mirren.
No, St Mirren, I know, we're talking about they've been beat last night with Celtic 4-0, but I still think they've been playing well. Aberdeen
The Jamie Langfield derby, sorry.
are a wee, I don't know.
Clangers.
I think St Mirren might edge that.
Wow.
So I'm going for a draw.
Going for a draw. Do you think, just on that game, Derek, do you think that... Forgot.
Do you know?
Alloa Broth, I forgot the manager's name.
I know Alloa, but I don't think that game will be on. But if it is on, again, I watched Alloa last week. I just like Dick Campbell. For the Dick, aye.
That'd be good in the touchline. Him one side, Peter Grant the other. Shouting for us. Barking orders, isn't he?
Oh, I actually saw one of the Alloa defenders telling Peter Grant to calm down.
No way.
Saturday. Aye. Peter was going off his nuts. The guy's name, he was playing fullback, he came in to play centre back.
Robertson.
No, what's his name?
What colour hair?
Kind of dirty fair hair. He was playing
The boy,
what's his name? It was brilliant because Peter was obviously, they were getting towards the end of the game and just desperate to get the points, and the boys saying, calm down, Gaffer, calm down, and Peter's head was just about to explode. Just trying to get them organised.
Is it boy not being funny? Boy Dick?
Aye.
That's it, he was a scenario that hurts him.
So I telling your manager, I mean, how would you?
Called me over that in the dressing room.
Imagine telling your manager, calm down, calm down, Gaffer.
Okay, Derek, great wee insight there.
Sorry, I know.
Not at all. Just on your two favourite sort of managers, Davy Martindale and
Mickey.
Mickey Mellon. Sorry,
Mickey Mellon,
just cut my head there.
Aye,
Did you
did you
hear
see
that?
that coming last week? Dundee United getting that result. So, draw.
Draw, right, okay. Dunfermline, Dundee, Derek Ferguson, Derby are calling it.
Oh, there you go.
So it is.
Aye.
Is that a winner?
I was on loan when I fell out with Sooners side.
Aye.
I went up there and when that was down to Walter Smith.
You never-
got us up there.
Never went with my man, did you? How long ago was that?
I tell you what, I was out in Dundee a few times. I quite enjoyed that.
By the way.
So I did die.
Could be my dad.
Imagine your man,
Broughty
out with
Ferry,
him
I
and
stayed.
Craig Brown.
Him and Craig.
But I stayed down in Broughty Ferry.
Nice.
Great
It's
wee
not
place.
Dundee, but nice.
Aye, but I went into Dundee.
City
So,
Discovery.
What nightclub would you go to, Dundee?
I can't remember them.
There's a lack of respect for me today.
Sorry, mate.
So, right, sorry, Slaney. What's that? Dundee, because they need it.
Oh.
I don't think the game will go on, but there you go. I'm cancelling that game or not. Due to weather. Right, Inverness, that game will be half an hour.
There is a lack of respect. He's taking it.
Let me ask it, please.
Aye, sorry.
And also, I've just heard my ear. You have to stop fucking saying the games are going to be half a trick.
That's okay.
Inverness, Morton, Derek.
Right,
So it'll be half.
I'm going to go. It's about -20 up there.
Aye, that's
I'm going to, if that game is on, certainly going to go for Inverness.
Mate, just to let people know, it is -25 up there.
Aye.
People, mate, my mates keep saying it's -21 in Scotland.
just-
Glasgow, because Rangers. Horrible.
It's just living in a freezer, isn't it?
Aye. Sort of, aye. Okay, Motherwell versus Hamilton Accies. You said you couldn't call it, Derek.
You need to.
You're going to need to now.
I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to go with
Hamilton. Hamilton boy, ain't you?
Aye. Well,
Glasgow boy.
Glasgow boy.
Yeah. Raith Rovers versus Ayr United.
Raith Rovers.
Do you think that'll be on? Do you think it'll be on?
AstroTurf. Surely the
AstroTurfs are on.
near the sea, so they'll get a wee chance that could be on. Aye.
Okay.
I was going
You're ready to say it there, Derek.
You're going for Wraith?
Aye.
Rangers versus Kelly. Tommy Wright turned up his helmet on.
Aye, and the Rangers.
Rangers. And Ross County versus Hibs.
That'll be off.
Massive.
It's minus up, yeah. There he is, there he is. Aye, -15. Hibs. Aye, we go with Hibs, that game's on.
See if you take all the draws, if the game's after, you get the points.
Right, Frank, you ready?
I've got one at the back of the sheet, I know. And we've got Arsenal versus Man U.
Are you? By the way, I think English game's different class, by the way.
Enjoying it? Load of rubbish. Right, Frank, let's get through this. Aberdeen v St Mirren.
Aberdeen.
Okay.
I know.
Alloa versus Arbroath.
A draw.
Dundee United versus Livingston.
I'm going to go for Livingston there, yeah.
Who did you go, Derek? Draw.
Draw.
Dunfermline v Dundee.
Draw.
Inverness Morton.
Off. Inverness.
Motherwell v Accies.
I'm going to go for Motherwell.
Oh, okay. Raith versus Ayr.
Wraith.
And Rangers Kilmarnock.
Come on, Rangers.
And finally Ross County v Hibs.
I'm going to go for Hibs.
Yeah. Okay. Paul Slane, quickly, you ready?
Yeah.
Come on,
Timer
son.
on this.
Come on.
Go.
Aberdeen v Oof. Alloa versus Arbroath. Dundee United v Livingston. Dunfermline v Dundee.
Draw.
Inverness Morton.
Inverness.
Motherwell Sarkies. Raith Rovers Ayr.
Raith Rovers.
Rangers Kilmarnock.
Rangers. Draw. Rangers. Because I said a draw earlier, but I'll go with Rangers.
And Ross County v Hibs.
I'll go with the High B's.
Oh, good one. Nearly
How do
said
you
it.
like your eggs in the morning?